This QuietKat session is going to be about the user being able to control the speed and the power limits of your QuietKat. And in particular, this meter is the version 2.3 or the 2.4. To get into setup mode, I hold the left button down for about 2 or 3 seconds until it says setup. Once I see setup, I'm going to be able to toggle through the menu settings. So with my right key, I'm going to go and it says set units, and that's in miles, and that's not one you want to change unless you want to see kilometers, but we're in America, so let's keep it in miles. The wheel, that's a measurement of the wheel doing one full rotation. So that's set and you don't want to change that. The next one is the speed limit. Hey, that's a setting you might want to change. What I'm going to do is hold down the right button now for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And as soon as I do, it said okay, and now the 2 is highlighted. And I can toggle up or down. So now it's set to 11, now it's set to 1, and now it's set to 11 again, and it's set to 1, and it's set to 31, etc. So now, for purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to set it to 11. Actually, I'm going to set it to 10. So I'm going to go down to the 11, and I'm going to hold the right button again, let it go okay, and now I'm going to go down 1 and go okay, and now my speed limit is set for 10. Now this, and then I toggle through to the next setting. Now the next setting is also one that you can change. It's called the amps limit. This is the power that you're telling to go through your system. That's the combination of your controller, your battery, and your engine. So it's set at 91 amps right now, and that's pretty powerful. This is a 48 volt system I'm sitting on, and that's kind of peaking near the top of the power spectrum of the 48 volt. But if you had the 72 volt system, you had it set on 91, it may be way too powerful for you. So let's go and set this for this purpose, this demonstration purpose. Let's set this at 25 amps. That's going to be the amps that I'm putting out. Okay, so I'm going to hold down the right button, and I'm going to toggle down till I find the 2 with my left button. Oh, went to 1. Oh, let's toggle with the right one, go back up. There's 21 amps. Hold the right button down for 2 seconds. And 20. Now I'm going to go to 25, 3, 4, 5. Hold down the right button again. Okay. So now I have a low volt limit setting. Now, this is an interesting spot because the low volt cutoff of the 48 volt battery is 40. That's what the battery management system tells it to shut off the battery at. So I have it set for 42. So I trick the battery in shutting off 2 amps earlier than the battery tells it to. But I can set this, just like I set the speed limit, I could set this to 45 if I wanted to. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me a reserve tank if I ever wanted it. So if you're ever going somewhere and like, if I run out, I want to leave some reserve so I can get back. Another thing you can do is just watch your volts, because your volts are your gas tank. But again, you can set this volt limit. The lowest we'd like to see you set it at is 41, at least 1 volt higher than the battery cutoff for that system. And on the 48 volt systems, the battery cutoff is about 40. So main display, that's just fine, leave it there. Advanced, don't go into advanced settings. If we ever need to go into the advanced settings, we'll do this with one of the QuietKat techs. It's not something you want to mess with in there. You can screw up some of the settings. So now I'm leaving setup. So now this system's set at 25 amps. It's a lot less powerful than when I started. So that's how you set up the controls for the QuietKat. Again, now we set up the power limits at 25 amps, so it's going to be a lot less powerful than probably anybody really wants it. It might be a good spot if your grandkids are riding it, or your son that might be 8 years old, because it's not going to be all that powerful. However, you can find your happy spot. You can find the power spectrum that you like for the variable terrain that you're riding and set the output to exactly where you want it.